By the authority given in the statutes of the Open University, I declare this congregation open for the conferment of degrees and the presentation of graduates. Distinguished guests, graduates and friends of the University, it is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to the 29th and last of the Open University degree ceremonies being held in 2014. We are delighted to welcome Sir Alan Langlands, Vice-Chancellor of the University of Leeds, Councillor Jim Clark and Councillor Shirley Fawcett, Mayor and Mayoress of the Borough of Harrogate, all of whom have found time in their busy diaries to come here today. It is also my great pleasure to welcome our honorary graduand, Mr. Darren Harris. We are delighted to be able to honour him today. Each year, the Open University awards over 14,000 degrees, and throughout 2014, more than 7,000 of the graduates are being presented for their qualifications at degree ceremonies such as this one today in Harrogate. These are being held in 13 different towns and cities throughout the United Kingdom, as well as in Dublin, Versailles, and in other places far apart as Moscow, Bucharest, and Addis Ababa. This illustrates the extraordinary scale, scope, and reach of the Open University, underlining the fact that today you are joining a worldwide community of graduates. It goes without saying that today is a very important occasion in the life of you, our graduates, your families and loved ones, as well as the university staff who I hope you will feel have nurtured and supported you. You could be forgiven for feeling that the occasion is so important that it needs to be solemn. You'd be quite wrong. In every sense, this is a day of celebration. So we will be extremely disappointed if anyone crosses the stage this afternoon to anything less than thunderous applause, or whatever other way you choose to express your enthusiasm and support. With that in mind, why don't all of today's graduates briefly stand and join me in expressing your thanks to all those in the audience who have helped and supported you on what must at times have felt like a long and arduous academic journey. Thank you. Today's ceremony will begin with the presentation of those graduates who have gained a higher degree and who have been able to attend here today. They will be presented by Mr. Billy Coker, Assistant Director, Student Services. We will then see the awarding of the honorary degree of Doctor of the University to Mr. Darren Harris. Mr. Jeremy Roach, Dean and Director of Studies in the Faculty of Health and Social Care, will present Mr. Harris, who will sign the honorary graduate's book and make a reply. Then we will continue our presentation of graduates with those who have gained first degrees. To conclude the ceremony, if you've got the stamina, I'll give a personal address to the graduates. I now call upon Mr. Coker to present higher degree graduates.
Pro-Chancellor, I shall now present graduates who have gained higher degrees and have been able to attend here today. For the degree of Doctorate in Education, I present to you for a thesis entitled, Is Anyone Listening? Women Mathematics Teachers, Experiences of Professional Learning, Jill Adams. For the degree of Master of Arts in Childhood and Youth, I present Carol Boot. For the degree of Master of Arts in Education, I present Kay Misa. Rachel Watson. Louise Whittleston. For the degree of Master of Arts in English with distinction, I present Sophie Jagger. For the degree of Master of Arts in English, I present Amy Greenough. For the degree of Master of Arts in History, I present Timothy Badham. Gary Marshall. For the degree of Master of Arts in Online and Distance Education, I present Menally Burton. For the degree of Master of Arts in Online and Distance Education and Master of Business Administration, I present Deborah Judah. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, I present Alistair Fraser. Lawrence Gardiner. Andrew Sinclair. Liam Sutton. Karen Toon. For the degree of Master of Business Administration Technology Management, I present Lawrence Hendy. For the degree of Master of Education, I present Sarah Coy. For the degree of Master of Engineering, I present Craig McFadden. For the degree of Master of Science in Advanced Networking, I present Dean Bushby. Dominic Lyons. For the degree of Master of Science in Advancing Healthcare Practice with distinction, I present Alison Roberts. For the degree of Master of Science in Advancing Healthcare Practice, I present Julie Smith. Jane Maria Williams. For the degree of Master of Science in Development Management, I present Katia Salmi. For the degree of Master of Science in Environmental Decision Making, I present Annette Vogt. For the degree of Master of Science in Forensic Psychology and Criminology, I present Paul Harrison. For the degree of Master of Science in Medicinal Chemistry, I present Ashley Rhodes. For the degree of Master of Science in Psychological Research Methods, I present Tiffany Squires-Wilson. Jacqueline Upton. For the degree of Master of Science in Science, I present Lindsay Homer. For the degree of Master of Science in Social Research Methods with Distinction, I present Anna Piella. For the degree of Master of Science in Social Research Methods, I present Lucy Emsley.
Pro-Chancellor, colleagues, graduates, guests. Darren Harris is an exceptional sportsman and a truly inspirational individual. Shortly after his first birthday, he was diagnosed with bilateral retinoblastoma, a rare form of eye cancer, which cost him one eye and much of the sight in his other eye. Although Darren went to a specialist school for the blind, he did get into trouble, and his education suffered. As Darren himself said in an interview for the Birmingham Mail, "I had records for all the wrong reasons back then." Darren, however, found his calling in sport, and at age 17 became world junior champion over 100 metres. This newfound determination and drive also helped him refocus academically, and he read for a degree in mathematics at Sheffield University, graduating in 1995. Outside his day job as a computer analyst, Darren spent his time playing football in the National Blind League, and he is soon talent spotted for the national team and made his debut against Spain in 1996. 6 years later, he became captain and led the team to qualification for the Olympic Games in Athens in 2004. Sadly, however, the FA would not allow a united British team to compete. Bitterly disappointed that he could not become an Olympian, Darren made the difficult decision to switch sports entirely and train full-time in judo. This gamble paid off as Darren won a silver medal at the 2007 European Championships. He was then selected to represent Britain in Beijing at the 2008 Olympic Games and was unlucky to lose in the quarter-final to one of the eventual finalists. His subsequent judo career was hampered by injury, but Darren was invited to rejoin the national football squad and was eventually selected for the British team, which competed in London 2012. His Olympic dream was dashed once, but realised twice. He has represented his country in more than 100 times in competitions all over the world, including his 2 Olympic experiences, and he has won 9 European medals. He plays for Sporting Club Albion, which last year won the league and cup double, with Darren collecting the coveted Golden Boot Award. Darren has made supporting young people the focus of his charitable work. He is an ambassador for science, technology, engineering and mathematics in schools, and works for the Kelly Holmes Trust, which mentors young people. He is the patron of the Childhood Eye Cancer Trust, which helped his family in the aftermath of his diagnosis. And last year, he took part in a tandem ride with the Olympic cyclist Brian Steele as part of a major fundraising effort for the charity. Despite a very successful IT career, much of Darren's time is now invested in helping other people realise their potential. Through coaching and mentoring, he enables people to build up the mental resilience they need to make the most of their talents. It is an incredible achievement to reach the pinnacle of a chosen sport. It is an unbelievable achievement to reach the pinnacle of several sports. But Darren's determination to succeed in sport is matched by his desire to give back. He is driven by a passion to help others to overcome the obstacles they face and realise their goals, just as he has. Darren is an unforgettable personality who has achieved so much on and off the sports field. We are delighted to honour his sporting accomplishments and to recognise his broader contribution to the community. Pro-Chancellor, by authority of the Senate, I present to you, for the degree of Doctor of the University, Darren Harris.
Unlike any other child I knew, I spent my Saturday mornings tuned in to mathematics lectures, broadcast on BBC Two. It was as if I'd been granted access to some secret society. parachuted into some magical place where they spoke a language of equations and formula. Years later, as a maths undergraduate, I still couldn't make sense of the Greek symbols and peculiar notation. But although I graduated from a traditional Russell Group university, those early years watching the OU will forever be imprinted in the fabric of my DNA. In the autumn of 2008, I did finally enter the cyber gates of the OU for real. At the start of a new 4-year Paralympic cycle, I was preparing for London 2012, but also planning for life after sport too. Who wants to sit in a lecture theatre next to comatose students exchanging stories of drunken orgies? That's what I told myself anyway. But there I was, at an OU residential, observing grown men and women doing as much drinking as partying as any fresher I knew. But greater than any medal I've won to date is this award today. It was by accident that I stumbled into the world of public service. 10 years ago, a friend of the family asked me to be a trustee in her charity, which provided mentoring for young people living in a community scarred by deprivation. She passed away this year, but her spirit and her legacy lives on. True to her Christian values, she taught me about giving. Giving power to those who do not have a voice. Giving knowledge to those who missed out on a good education. And giving hope to those who are ready to give up on life itself. If there's one quote which I believe sums up wonderfully everything I know about sport and public service, it is the words of Albert Pine. What we do for ourselves dies with us. What we do for others and the world remains and is immortal. If that quote resonates with you, I ask you to do one thing as I close. Ask yourself, what gift will you give to others and the world? Thank you.
Pro-Chancellor, we now come to the part of today's ceremony that marks the presentation of graduates who have gained a first degree and have been able to attend here today. The full subject and classification details are printed in the Directory of Graduates. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with First Class Honours, I present Jonathan Adams. Gina Bridgeland. Alexander Butler. Lucy Creedon. David Crowe. Teresa De Caccia. Robert Dealey. Adam Denby. Jane Firth. Katie Friel. Suzanne G. Finella Harrop. Margaret Hodgson. Alison Kember. Elizabeth Kerwin. Rose Mills. John Mitchell. Margaret Parry. Alexander Phillip. Melissa Siu. Erica Story. David Vaughan. Donna Watmuff Triggs. Rebecca Wharton. Rachel Wheeler. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, I present Sarah Adams. Peter Amphlett. Donald Asher. Margaret Barry. Hannah Began. Diana Bird. Samuel Birrell. Graham Blackburn. Cheryl Bonham. Michael Bottomley. Reed Bowden. Alison Brierley. David Brown. Julia Rose Brown. Susan Brown. Emma Chappell. Stella Chatterton. James Collis. Jane Cox. Jackie Curry. Stephen Curry. Ian Davidson. Amy Davis. Corona Dawkins. Alison Devine. Emma Christina Dobson. Karen Elliott Gibbons. Sally Ann Feasy. Elaine Findlay. Wendy Findlay. Michelle Fish. Bridget Fisher. Sally Fisher. Michael Fitzsimmons. Claire Ford. John Ginty. Margaret Goddard. Rebecca Godfrey. Diane Gurley. Vanessa Grant. Paula Gray. John Green. Jane Greenwood. Craig Hallam. Susan Harpley. Kelly Harris. Chantal Hay. Patricia Hazel. Angela Horton. Claire Howarth. Julia Howie. Christine Huller. Stacey Humphreys. Nafisa Hussain. Paul Hutchinson. Joy Harris. Kathleen Newbold. Amanda Jeffrey. Shona Johnston. Simon Jones. Daniel Jordan. Maria Katrenikova. Jonathan Kendall. Robin Loft. Nicola Lagan. Aled Leahy. Richard Lewis. Jolene Llewellyn. Dave Loden. Emma Mackay. Elsa McPherson. Susan Mackey. Jason Marchant. Robert McDermott. Susan Morton. Sean Nichols. Karen O'Loughlin. Rachel Parker. Jane Parinder. Trevor Peacock. Michelle Pinel. Wendy Ponciani. Miriam Rahim. Anthony Roebuck. Amanda Sale. Alison Sim. Chris Simpson. Caroline Skelhorn. Dawn Skinner. Jenny Sladden. Emma Slinger. Elizabeth Smith. Rebecca Smith. Terence Smith. Bernard Snook. Catriona Spate. Chris Spencer. Sarah Stern. Emma Jane Strutt. Linda Solich. Lucy Tatner. Sarah Taylor. Alan Thomas. James Thorne. Joanne Thornton. Fiona Trousdale. Ben Turner. Dan Wainwright. Laura Warburton. Roy Ward. Emma Worley. Caroline Weir. Michelle Whittaker. Paul Whitehead. Yvette Whitehead. Chantal Williamson. Joanna Winfield. Charlotte Woodhouse. Neil Young. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, I present Ben Goodwin on behalf of the late John Neate. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours and a Bachelor of Science, I present John Rosenstein. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, I present Gary Amos. Caroline Bell. Julie Cattrall. Nuala Chapman. Helen Donnellan. Brian Farrell. Kathy Fisher. Alison Ford. Caroline Hatchett. Karen Hayward. Karen Ibbotson. Elise Jenkins. Annie Jones. Kerry Jones. Caroline Lee. Caroline Mackay. David Maiden. Ian Pettit. Marie Razai. Kelly Roberts. Jennifer Smith. Jolene Smith. Eleanor Stevenson. Helen Wallace. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours, I present Hannah Hall. Jonathan Lodge. Stephen Lum. Lee James Orange. Aidan Smith. Keith Tams. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws with Honours, I present Lee Broadhead. Daniel Connolly. Zandra Green. Lisa Turner. Nick Turner. Marie Vickers. Sarah Whiting. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with First Class Honours, I present Simon Ash. Bethan Carley. Karen Charlton. Jaydeep Dillon. Samantha Jammer. Llewellyn Hancox. Jacqueline Homer. Sarah Jones. Julian Lewis. Claire Morris. Sean Nee. Amy Nodes. Jane Shuttleworth. Caroline Smith. Joanne Spate. Laura Snape. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, I present Louise Arrowsmith. Carmen Askew. Katie Baker. Graham Bell. Susan Blackstone. Andy Brown. David Burton. Vicky Calaby. Suzanne Carrick. Darren Clay. Simon Cowie. Bernadette Curran. Lee Dolby. Chris Daly. Ben Dawson. Alison Day. Maureen Dolan. Anthony Evis. Sarah Fawcett. Zoe Ford. Virginia Freeman. Marcella Gavigan. Alexandra Griggs. James Hayton. Daniel Homer. Lisa Ingham. Kay Jarvis. Judith Kirkland Vicente. Camilla Knowles. Ian Late. Graham Lillico. Anna Littlefair. Tracy Mathers. Rebecca Jane Miles. Linda Moore. Rachel Ogley. Helen Peacock. Mikhail Platamonas. Kim Polkinghorn. Caroline Poe. Stuart Robertson. Laura Ross. Susan Ryland. Leslie Reimer. Janet Scott. Paul Sharp. Robert Sheard. Tahir Siddiq. Megan Taylor. Mary Timpson. Jennifer Turnbull. Alex Vias. Michael Walsh. Sean Watt. Jane Webster. Margaret Wheatley. Doreen Wildsmith. Rachel Williams. Carol Wood. Simon Wood. Claire Woodham. Sarah Wotton. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, I present Nabila Ahmed. Jane Bennett. Julie Braley. Heidi Bunn. Janet DePledge. Glyn Fellows. Brenda Gaff. Catherine Graham. Diane Heathorne. Suzanne Hind. Robert Holt. Sue Hunt. Graham Laurie. Jabulani Nare. Sarah Parker. Hazel Rayson. Paul Royal. Laura Salito. Christopher Thompson. Rachel Towers. Christopher Whitaker. For the award of a foundation degree, I present Jill Brewster. Rebecca Browse. Wendy Birkinshaw. Sharon Culver. Jacqueline Cameron. Harriet Cassie. Kathy Christie. Amanda Connor. Rachel Cook. Hannah Diplock. Charlotte Dixon. Gemma Fail. Susan Fisher. Dee Forster. James Killingbeck. Vicky Lever. Heather McCann. Claire Maguire. Susan Otter. Martin Riley. Valerie Rogers. Fakra Waheed. Joan Weingarten. For the award of a Diploma of Higher Education, I present Wendy Austin. Rakina Barker. Anne Denman. Kirsty Foles. Melanie Gaunt. Tanya McCormack. Alex Murphy. Anisa Naama. Victoria Parker. Michelle Pearson. Daniel Purcell. Kevin Rosier. Catherine Spencer. Joanne Todd. Sarah Louise Walker. Jane Ward.
Friends, this is my last public event for the Open University after 10 years, during which period I've shaken between 5,000 and 8,000 hands. And all I can say is there's never a hand that I've shaken that there hasn't been a face of joy and fulfillment and expectation. It is an extraordinary experience in the Open University to face our students face to face. It is remarkable. This has been the best job of my life because this institution is probably one of the most stimulating institutions in the country and in the world. And the ceremonies are always the best part of it. A little bit about the history of the Open University. There was always an argument about who had the big idea. And I remember at the 40th anniversary going to number 10 and walking in through the door, and there was a smallish elderly woman beside me, and I got up to her, so I think I know her, and it was Harold Wilson's widow. So I thought to engage in conversation. I said, well, of course, Harold played a big part in setting up the Open University with Michael Young, a great thinker as well, and Jenny Lee, who is the wife of, some of you remember, Nye Bevan. Mary Wilson froze at that point and said it was all Harold's idea and he had it when we were on holiday. There's a dispute about whose idea it was. Whichever way, it is the best legacy that Harold Wilson left to the country. And I suspect Harold Wilson, as a Prime Minister, will be remembered long after other Prime Ministers because of the Open University. We're in the business of national treasures. This country loves national treasures. The Queen is a national treasure. Judi Dench, who comes from York, is a national treasure. Geoffrey Boycott, another Yorkshireman, is a national treasure. Henry Moore, not my treasure, but he's somebody's treasure. Henry Moore is a national treasure, and Barbara Hepworth is a national treasure. And I think we could put Harold Wilson from Huddersfield as another national treasure. They are all mortal, and they will have gone at some point, sadly. But institutions go on. And the national treasures that I see are the BBC, invented in the early 1920s, the National Health Service, invented in 1948, the Open University, invented in 1967, the Mother of Parliaments, invented in 1215, now slightly discredited, I'm afraid, as a national treasure, and nothing to do with me. And finally, the Union of the United Kingdoms, which again is going through a pretty hard time because of the Scots. And I suppose you could add a bit to that Wimbledon, which is a slightly wobbly national treasure. The OU is there, still alive and well. And the lessons for the OU out of all this is, don't dwell too much on the past. The past in other countries, L.P. Hartley, who cheated from Philip Larkin, a poet from my adopted city of Hull, once said, the past in another country, they speak a different language there. So don't dwell too much on the past. The future is what matters. It's much better to travel, hopefully, than to arrive. And any academic will tell you that the moment you've arrived as an academic, you're dead, because you have to move on to the next thing. And we mustn't, in the Open University, take ourselves too seriously. Sometimes institutions do take themselves too seriously. Naming no names, but senior people in the BBC have a tendency to that sometimes. Not all of them, I should say. And always remain, above all else, curious. And curiosity is what universities are about. Curiosity is what academics are about. Curiosity is what the Open University is about. And this very week, curious researchers in the Open University have been wandering around a remote piece of rock in the middle of the 400 million miles away from here, being curious about what's on that rock or what's on the other side of the rock. And curiosity is the thing that drives us. This is a great occasion for the graduates, for their families, and for all who've worked with them over the years. Would all of today's graduates please stand? And may I ask all of the guests assembled here today to once again express their warmest congratulations and best wishes to you all. Well done! The proceedings of this degree ceremony have now been complete, and I now declare this meeting of congregation closed. Would all of those who are able to stand please do so.